Hello everybody and welcome to Halloween's horror game with me, Saber Maxwell, and welcome to Phoebe's horror fear test. Saw this on Itch today and thought it looked interesting, and I believe it is what it says on the tin, a horror test. It's also a visual novel game, so. Alright, Phoebe. Oh, you're here. I see you're already sitting down. Okay. Phoebe, there's a lot of eyes looking at me. Phoebe, Gurdjieff, and I'll be carrying out your fear assessment test. This is really simple. There are many yes or no questions. Some would you rathers, some pictures. Once you answer all the questions, I'll determine what you're afraid of. What was the question about all the eyes in the background, Phoebe? Sounds simple enough. Easy, right? I am required to ask you all questions of honesty. Answer all questions of honesty, sorry. Then again, everything you say will be accounted for in your results. Well then. First off, may I ask your name? Saber. Hello, Saber. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Phoebe. Now I need to ask a few more questions because we properly started. I think you meant before. It's okay, Phoebe. May I know how old you are? 34. Understood. Do you work? No. Alright. Say, are you easily scared? No. That's good to know. Now that we've got the basic information figured out, let's begin the fear assessment test. You're comfortable and drink a nice warm cup of hot chocolate. I don't have that, Phoebe, but I have a bottle of water. I'll be asking a lot of questions to understand you. Before we start, anything you want to say? Nah. Got it. Let's begin. You consider yourself an adult? Oh, yeah, definitely. Understood. You try to be a good person? I mean, I try to be a decent person. Moving on to the next question. Are you an optimist or a pessimist? I prefer to see things objectively. Do you have any pets? They're technically not mine, but yes. Ah, I understand. Be kind to others. I try to be. Be prepared for when things may go wrong. What? No. Are you willing to be open with a stranger? Only if these strangers are willing to be open with me. I'll keep that in mind. Excuse me. Just so you know, I value honesty when carrying out these tests. What? Are you calling me a lawyer already? You try to act grateful when receiving a gift you don't like. I mean, yeah, I'd probably be polite. Defend a friend when they're in trouble, would you defend a friend when they're in trouble, even if they did something you'd qualify as bad? It would depend. How bad is what did they do? Because I'd want to be there for them, but if they did something truly awful, I don't think I'd be able to, like, say, this is a real extreme, but if they murdered somebody or ruined somebody's life, I don't think I would be able to defend that. Do you watch really long video essays sometimes? When I'm bored or need something in the background? I see. Do you like bugs? No. Well, kinda depends. Alright. How about a bee? Not scared of bees. I love bees too. That's nice, Phoebe. Do you like puzzles, games, riddles, and finding hidden messages? All of those things, yes. Me too. Are you wondering if I'll hide any secret messages? I was kind of wondering that, Phoebe. Yes. In all honesty, I too enjoy finding secret messages. Encrypted messages in ARGs. I think they're fun. Would you ever go on a Halloween party in which you don't know anyone? I'd only go if people I know are going to. Are you able to teleport your neighbors apart from strangers? Yeah. Do you get uncomfortable by the mention of demons? Kind of. Do you dislike it when your friends are doing something without you? Well, you want me to be honest. So, yeah, I would feel left out. You want the people who know you to think very highly of you? No, I just want them to like me. That's enough. I think the same. How open are you to the idea of ghosts or monsters being real? I believe in the supernatural, but I'm also aware most cases of supernatural out there are likely to be fake. I believe in the supernatural. Have you been honest with me, and will you be honest with me? Because I have been, and I will. At the door... Phoebe, what's that mean, Phoebe? Are the doors to your house locked? They sure are, Phoebe. Did you check? Yes. Do you think deeply about various things in your life? I think deeply about things that matter, like friends or responsibilities. I think basements are safe places. Well, in the Midwest they are, if we're speaking about things like tornadoes and stuff like that. They're kind of almost a necessity out here. So yeah. Why? I just told you why. They're good for protection. Okay. What do you mean, okay? What? Movies capable of making you cry. Sometimes. Huh. Okay. Would you join a conversation with good people you don't know? No. I feel like I'd be interrupting. You trust in your own memories. Yeah. Are you comfortable with being in your room in the dark? No lights turned on. I'll be honest, I still need it. I'm afraid of the dark. So no. Do you stay calm when you're under pressure? I might panic, but I don't all the time. I can manage it. Well, it'd be easier if you could just forget your own problems. I think to most people, yes would be the answer. I can't imagine there are people, I suppose, who do want problems in their lives. But I would imagine on average, especially in my case, yeah, why? I don't know. Okay. When was the last time you left your house? Here we go with the weird questions again, Phoebe. Why... This week. You're just stand up for yourself in situations most people would not be able to. So I can get a little bit weird with the... Yes. Do you enjoy taking the lead in life, or do you prefer having others do the leading? When I also take the lead, I will. Would you abandon a responsibility? You keep spelling responsibility wrong, by the way. If it was making you sad or uncomfortable, or would you stay? Even if I'm miserable, I wouldn't want to cause trouble by probably my responsibilities. Maybe it'd be hard for me to leave. Alright, let's take a small break. How are you doing so far? I'm doing okay. I see. As part of this test, I had to ask, what do you love the most? Friends and family. Understood. Let's continue to the next section. Oh, oh boy. Did the power go out? Hold on. Must be delight. You're gonna jump scare me. You're gonna jump scare me. Let me see. Hold up. I follow you have to catch me. Let's see. I can fix it. Let me just... Maybe? Guess that'll do for now. You're gonna turn around and be fucked up now, aren't you? When the music started. What's going on with the music, Phoebe? Let's continue with it before the lights go out again. This part of the test goes by pretty fast anyway. Would you rather live in a small house or a mansion? Small house. Small house seems easy to handle. I don't know if I'd be able to clean a mansion every day. Every day. I didn't think it was a small one. In most competitions, would you rather win or have fun? I'd rather have fun. No, I must go on quick save. Would you rather get second place while following the rules, or get first place by breaking them? Do take into consideration that you'd be the only one to know you cheated. Second place. If I were to get first place, I'd rather do it honestly. Would you rather be friendly to feel safe around others? I'm starting to get nervous about all these eyes. Would you rather be friendly to feel safe around others, or make others feel safe around you? I'd rather... Would you rather be friendly to feel safe around others, or make others feel safe around you? Make others feel safe around me. I feel like that could be taken the wrong way, but... Anyway. Imagine you are trying to convince someone you know to do something, but they're stubborn. Would you rather be firm with someone so they know they do what you tell them to do, or appeal to their emotions so they listen to you? I think I'd rather be firm. Would you rather share your inner thoughts and creative ideas with a lot of people, or very few? Music started again. Small group. Would you rather be a watcher that sees everything from the sidelines, or the player that experiences the danger? A watcher. Okay. For this question, I need to describe two scenarios. In one, you fall through into the sky, forever stuck in an endless void that extends far beyond where the light can reach. That sounds like my actual nightmare. In the second, you're inside a poorly lit room, which has no doors nor windows. The walls are made of concrete, and the roof is barely hitting your head. Ah, claustrophobic. If you had to be stuck in that scenario for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? What would I choose? I feel like in either scenario, if you're not particularly afraid of one, you could eventually get used to it. You could eventually get used to either, even if you were afraid of it. No, that being said, I'm not really claustrophobic. Well, I'm kind of claustrophobic, but I feel like I would eventually get used to that. Being in a teeny tiny dark space. So be trapped in a room. Would you rather be loyal to your friends or to your morals? Loyalty to which? Say, my friends, would you rather satisfy your own needs first or satisfy the needs of everyone else? Other people take priority. Would you rather have every person in the city you live in die, or die yourself so everyone else can live? You can't have both. I mean, I'd rather die. Okay. You're taking a bus at night. Would you rather be the only one on the bus, or have one other person also riding it? I'd rather be alone. Would you rather be a puppet or the puppeteer of someone who decided to be the puppet? To have control or be or comfortable being controlled. Say the puppet. The puppet. Would you rather chase someone for their friendship or wait for that person to approach you first? I'd befriend them. Would you rather be set on fire and survive, or slowly bleed to death with no pain? I'd rather bleed to death. Would you rather have someone you love? Because parting alive is such a violent death. I'd rather die peacefully. Though you could say perhaps that would be the more painful way. Anyway. Would you rather have everyone you love forget you and you be the only one who remembers your time together? Or forget everyone you know and let your loved ones be the one who remember you? Let me be the one who forgets. During the night, you can't see anything, but you're capable of hearing. Sounds horrible. Would you rather hear the sound of your own heartbeat or not hear anything and only the silence of the night? I feel like my own heartbeat would drive me insane, I feel. But then again, you could say the same thing for the silence. Let's say perhaps the silence of the night. You're doing good. We're halfway there. Just a few more questions and we'll have the answer to what you're afraid of. Are you ready? Sure. Let's continue. Do you enjoy drawing? I like to draw, but I can't really say if I'm good or not. I see. On an average day, do you have trouble telling what day of the week it is or the number of the day? The number of the day. Oh. Sometimes. Okay. The sky at night is usually dark for me. In your case, can you see the stars at night? I live in a town, so... No. Remember when I asked if you were comfortable in the dark? Are you in the dark right now? No. It's not a fully lit room, but it's not dark either. Okay. Under special circumstances, would you kill someone? Phoebe? It depends on the scenario. Am I protecting somebody? Is it a life or death situation? It depends. I agree. Maybe? You ever travel for what could be a whole day leaving your house? Should you ever travel for what could be a whole day leaving your house alone? Would you make it so it seems people are inside? Leaving the lights turned on and the TV playing music? I mean, yeah, that's like one of the classic ways to keep burglars away from your house, by making it look like someone's there even if nobody's not. Another way, of course, is to have somebody you trust and know and trust to check on the house for you. A family member or a friend. There's never a reason to lash out at someone. Do you agree with that mentality? I agree. Running a business while on the street, a woman comes in and asks you for the time. You don't have a watch with you, but you do have your phone. What do you do? I look at my phone. I tell her what time it is. You feel that by tomorrow, living will become so much harder for you. Yeah? Is it safe for you to walk home alone? Out here, yes. I live in a relatively safe area. Now I'm going to ask you to review some pictures. That being said, it's not important. I'll show you them one by one, and you tell me if they make you uncomfortable or not. Yes for yes, it doesn't. Yes for yes, it does make me uncomfortable, and no for no, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. There are many, but you won't need to think about them too hard. So be quick. You ready? As long as you don't jump scare me or Phoebe, I'm ready. Quick save. I'm ready. Good. Let's start. Here, don't do it. Oh, That's a really... Hmm. It was yes for... Or yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. I'd say no. That's just a cat. No. What am I looking at here? What am I... Ugh. He said, woo. Hi. It's a monkey. It does make it like, oh god, ugh. Phoebe? Yeah, I'm uncomfortable, Phoebe. Ah. I think maybe it's something to do with the building. We're almost done, so let's keep going, okay? You can still see me and hear me, so it should be fine. Moving on to the next question. How often do you go outside and walk? No place to go, just walk. Every now and then. I see. When you were younger, did you ever see something you shouldn't have? No. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Are you interested in scientific fields like biology and chemistry? Yeah? That's really cool. Thank you, Phoebe. Would it be fun for you if there were ghosts roaming around the streets? No. No. Did you play the game Cops and Robbers when you were young? I did. When you played, would you rather be a cop or a robber? A cop. Okay. Are you a fast runner? I am pretty fast, Phoebe. Pretty fast. Yeah. In fact, I can show you right now. I see. Have you ever pretended to be dumb? For the bit with the boys, yeah, I pretended to be stupid. Why? It'd be funny. Do you have many bad memories of your childhood? It was a pretty strict childhood, but it wasn't bad. Having to handle responsibilities when you're young can be tough. Next question. In a zombie apocalypse, would you be more likely to try and save for everyone, or only save your closest friends? I try to help anyone I can. I'll describe a scenario for you. A crowded area, and everyone is going in one direction except one man. And you know this man. If you were to talk to this man, you'd find complete stability in life. A human golden goose. However, to get to this man, you'd have to go against the crowd. Doing that would bother the people around you. Would you go after him, or you go along with the crowd and leave him be? I'd go after him. That's good to hear. I believe it's good to be ambitious. Here's an interesting question. Some people believe real horror is better than fiction horror because it's more genuine, and fiction can't do that for them. Some don't like it because it's making a show out of real horrific events. Which do you prefer? I'd say I prefer fiction horror. Understood. Would you rather starve to death of a prison cell, die in space, or adrift in the middle of the ocean, never being found? In a prison cell. Why? I don't want to die alone. Imagine you're alone, walking through the woods during the night. It's dark and you can't tell where you're going. You keep walking. After a while, you hear something behind you. You turn around and see it. When I was describing that scenario, did you see something? What was behind you? Wild animal. Really? Why an animal? Because it's the most likely thing to see in the forest at night. Of course. Imagine you're attending an event about a topic you enjoy. While there, a stranger starts bothering you in a way in which it's hard to tell if they're messing with you or that they don't get they're bothering you. The worst part is, it seems they won't leave you alone unless you say something. What would you do? I politely ask them to leave me alone. Okay. The Earth is dying. You're in a group of 6 people, and you plan to survive inside a bunker. Sadly, the bunker can only allow a total of 4 people. Your group consists of 5 people. You have to select someone in your group of companions to stay outside the bunker. First person in the party is a young girl who's very intelligent, but very stubborn. The second is an elderly man who's starting to show trouble with his memory, but it hasn't been an inconvenience to him yet. The third is a beautiful woman who is pregnant and will be delivering the baby in 2 months. And a strong guy in his 40s, who's been helping the elderly man when necessary. You have to select someone to stay outside the bunker or no one will make it. Who do you choose? Please don't make me do this. I'd say, this is going to sound mean, but either the elderly man or the pregnant woman, because the elderly man. The elderly man? An old man who needs the help of another man to survive. This is gonna sound really mean, but I mean, for one, he would be a burden, and two, he would be the closest to death anyway. I'll put it that way. Understood. If I told you there was something in the room next to yours that could put you in danger, what would you do? I'd prepare before checking it out. If it's something dangerous, I need to be prepared. Do you think it'd be okay for someone to give up their mind and spirit to someone, even if it meant they would be safe and sound? What if they're giving it to someone they trust? So you believe it's okay to do when trust is a factor? Maybe. Okay. If you're a friend of yours, you meet a girl. Very pretty and charming girl. She's charismatic and funny. The type everyone wants to be friends with. Even you. If you try to make her like you, how would you do it? I would just be nice. Or I'd be myself. Have you ever used a person to your favor? No. Right now, can you feel your own breathing? Here you go again with weird questions, Phoebe. Well, I do now, because you mentioned it. I'll describe a scenario for you. Waiting for the bus, and you're not the only one. There are a few other people who are waiting as well, and you've waited for 10 minutes. The moment the bus arrives, you can see it's not your bus, so you decide not to step in. Everyone else does, and as soon as everyone is in, the bus driver looks at you. He stares as if waiting for you to step inside. You try to signal this is not your bus, but then you notice the passengers are all staring at you from the windows. I don't like that. They're all waiting for you, and if you don't take this bus, it won't move. If you don't get in, they can't get home. They're mad at you. Or you take the wrong bus. I don't like this scenario, Phoebe. It's a little creepy. I'm walking home, Phoebe. In all fairness, I do the same. Now for a different scenario. Live your life as you always have. Suddenly, one day you notice your shadow didn't move the same way you did. You stare at it confused, but decide you are seeing things and move on. For days you notice strange movements from your shadow. Like your shadow's arm not matching the speed movement of your arm, or your head suddenly moving very fast. These weird movements keep happening until one day, the arms of your shadow jump at you, the world itself contorting in place to allow the shadow to move. The arms grab and pull you in, as all your shadow seems to swallow you whole and you lose consciousness. When you come back to your senses, you can see yourself as standing in front of a mirror, but your reflection is not looking at you. In fact, you're looking at yourself from such an odd angle, you can't tell where you're looking from. The mirror you is moving on its own, and by some force outside your control, as if guided by strings, you're moved around from head to toe. You switch places with your shadow, which now wears your face and has taken over your life. As a shadow, you can just watch your life go by. But by the looks of it, it doesn't seem to be doing your reputation any harm. In fact, none of your friends like your shadow over you, not noticing the change at all. The shadow is also taking your relationships and also your burdens, having to deal with everything you had to struggle with in life. And you, in your shadow's place, have become a quiet observer to it all. You accept this fate. I don't want to. I'd maybe give it a chance at life. How selfless. Imagine a friend of yours was replaced. You used to know this person, and though you were close, you didn't really get along all the time. You were friends regardless. Not even replaced by a stranger that looked nothing like your friend. However, no one but you seems to notice that it was a stranger wearing their name and clothes. They're nice. Nicer than the person you took the place of, but they're not them. The person you once knew doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. Perhaps they're no longer in this world. Would you let the fake friend take the place of the person they're pretending to be? I would. Oh, no. I mean, I wouldn't. Now for the next scenario. You're in a cave alone with a friend. No way, it's an actual friend of yours, not a fake one. Both go into the tunnels, illuminating the way with your flashlights, making sure you don't get lost. Your friend, the reckless one, decides to go a bit further into the cave and suddenly trips, falling down into a dark tunnel. The friend ended up falling way deeper than you expected, but you see they're there thanks to a flashlight. It's hard to get a good look at the part of the cave they're in. At first you call out to make sure they're fine, but there's no answer. What about their state? You go check on them, slowly making your way through as though you do not fall the same way they did. As you go down, you press your hands against the walls of the cave and you feel warmth. The more you descend, the walls keep getting warmer and warmer. The warmer they get, the more soft and moist they become. They reek of iron. With the help of your equipment, you make your way through what seems to be a flesh-made tunnel, and as soon as you reach the level your friend is in, you freeze. Your body slowly melting, trapped by the flesh-made walls which are trying to swallow your friend. Seeing you, they snap out of it and try to reach out their hand, which is covered in liquid and blood. So you want to scream, but nothing comes out. What do you do? I can't do anything. I'd be powerless in that scenario. Moving on to the next question. In this case scenario, you'd seen your best friend die. You lament their absence in your life. Suddenly one day you wake up and everything feels somewhat different. Everything becomes a deja vu, as if you lived that exact same day not long ago. It doesn't take too much time for you to notice it. Travel back in time to the moment before your friend dies. But for some reason, this time your friend does not die. Live on as if nothing happened, as if they'd never been meant to die in the first place. But you did experience seeing their death, their funeral, their absence in your life. Would you share with them what you experienced? Cut that out. I'd rather keep it to myself. Is that so? I understand. Unless scenario, there's someone in your home. Phoebe? You don't know where they are, but you haven't seen them. But you've heard them. You hear them calling your name. You notice that when you close the door, it's when you go back to check on it, it's open. Someone is in your home. You can't find them. You have no proof of someone being there. What do you do? I'm getting the fuck out of there. A friend's house, huh? When you went to check your door, did you notice the open window? Phoebe? No? Have you heard any strange sounds during the test? Have I? No? Have you lied to me? No. Right now, do you feel judged? A little bit, yes, Phoebe. I do feel a little judged. I'm ready for it to end, and I don't mean the quit. What's that noise? I don't mean the quiz. No? You proud of yourself? Maybe? Oh, I... Ooh, I scare you. There's no other way to end a test like this. Congratulations, you reached the end of the test. What are you doing? My heart skipped a beat, Phoebe. I'm not doing so great, but I'm still here. I'm glad to hear you're still here. Let's get to what is important. The results of your test and this jump scare. Are you excited? I know I am. Oh, then. Let's find out. Oh. Biggest fear is... Oh. You fear being a bad person. That your actions can be interpreted in the wrong light, or somehow actually doing something morally wrong. Perhaps committing a crime without knowing it. Being convinced to do something bad through peer pressure. You're afraid that people will see you in a negative light. I hope you're satisfied with the result. That's only your biggest fear. Let's talk about everything else you're afraid of. There's more? Yes, other things you're also afraid of, but not as strongly. Unless you wish to end the test right now. Oh, here you go, Phoebe. Great. Since it's technically not part of the actual test, don't take it too seriously. Let's get to it. Your secondary fears in no particular order are you fear conflict, you fear breaking the rules, you fear not being on time for things. That one is definitely true. You fear losing your pets, also true. I also fear blue screens, indeed. Is this real? What? Oh. That was an actual error. That was good though, that actually kind of really freaked me out for a good minute though. Still kind of paranoid something's gonna happen, but I don't think so. So yeah. I suppose that's it. So if you liked what you saw, drop a like and sub if you so desire, or this will still be my regular form of content, even after this month. And thank you so much for watching, as always. It's always very appreciated. And I will hopefully catch you guys